And I think so far we have got, let me see who we've got in. If you're watching as a school, pop it into the chat or the Q&A section just to see who you all are. So we have got primary 4 class from Moat Primary School in County Fermanagh. Hello. We have got P4 from Gale School. I hope I pronounced this right. Aidenmore in Derry. Hello to you all. Any other schools that are watching us this morning? Let us know. So, as Aoife said, my name is Jane, and I've got loads of ideas for you this morning. So I know that you've been working really hard in your schools and you've been growing loads of beautiful fruit. And I think some of your schools have been growing some vegetables as well. So let me see who else we've got in. Oh, we've got P3 and P4 from Gale School in Derry. Lovely. Got Kilcooley, P5, P6 and P7. Brilliant. We've got a full house. Let me see who else. Whoops. We have got P5, P6, P7, St Aidan's Primary School in McClenaghan. Hello to you. We've got Ebrington Primary School, Year 6 watching. We've got Brownlee Primary School, Lisburn, P7. There's loads of you. I'm loving it. Okay, so I'm going to get you to really think about what kind of food you've been growing, what impact it has on your health, how it makes you strong and healthy, and what nutrition is all about. But before we do all of that, it's really early in the morning. I know some of you maybe just got out of bed, maybe you've got breakfast before you come into school, and I think you all probably need a wee bit of a stretch. So what I would love you to do, because the title of today's talk is healthy eating and healthy living. So I want you all, if you're in your classroom or in your office, I know that we've got some people from Danske Bank watching as well. So no matter where you are, push your chairs back and stand up. Feel your feet flat on the ground and just stretch your arms right above your head. Okay, and then if you can, stretch your arms out and give yourself a shake. Just shake your body from head to toe. Okay, do a wee dance and give yourself a shake. That should get you energized. When you've done that, you can give yourself a wiggle and then sit down. So we know that movement and exercise is super important for health and well-being. Let me see who else we've got here. We've got Primary 6, Jones Memorial Primary School. And we've got P6 Harper's Hill in Coleraine. Okay, so hopefully you're all feeling nice and energized now. So I am a nutritionist, which means that I talk to people about the link between the food that they eat and how they feel in their body. So moving your body, thinking about your strength, thinking about how well you can concentrate at work, at school, thinking about your memory, thinking about the strength of your body is all affected by the food that you eat. So your little bit of a wiggle and your little bit of a movement this morning should get you going. We've also got P4, P5, P6 and P7, I think, Churchtown Primary School in Cookstown. Love it, you're all there. Right, let me just see if I can share my screen with you. Okay, I'll move that over there in a second. Right, hopefully you can still see me and you can see my screen okay. So you have been growing things that you can eat. So I know that you've got your orchards, and this is the time of the year. September, October is the time of the year when it's our harvest. So it's when you're maybe going out into your school orchard and you're able to pick things off the trees and actually eat them. And I'm going to show you what I got this morning. I have got some apple trees. I was going to do this outside, but it's so wet here that I decided we'd come into my kitchen. So here is an apple that came off a little tree that we planted in our garden about 3 years ago. Look at the size of it. It's huge. So hopefully you've got something in your orchard that you can now pick and that you can now eat. And I'm going to show you 2 recipes using apples, using the apples that you have perhaps been growing, or the apples that are in your fruit bowl at home, that will really nourish you, and hopefully you'll enjoy these. So you have been growing things that you can eat. What's on your plate? So when it comes to good food and healthy eating, there are certain foods that we need to eat pretty regularly. But these are all divided up into different types of food, different nutrients, different food groups. So we're going to have a little think about these, and I've got some to show you, and I want you to get switch your brains on and get thinking, because I know that you're going to know the answers to the questions that I'm going to ask you. So let me move this. We'll need that in a minute. Actually, we'll come out of this and then you can see what I've got here. So when it comes to your food plate, there's different groups that we need on our food plate. So we need a combination of, oops, hang on. There we go. We need a combination of our fruit and vegetables, which is, these 2 sections here on the left-hand side. We need some carbohydrates, we need some proteins, and we need some healthy fats. So I've got a tray of foods that I've taken out of my kitchen cupboards, and we're going to group these into either protein, fat, or carbohydrate. So let's start off with, we've got some rice. I don't know if you can see that, but we've got some rice there. I've got some spaghetti, and I've got a spud. Can anybody tell me in the chat box? I need probably one of the teachers to be the spokesperson for your classes and your schools. What group do these belong to? Is it your protein? Is it your fat? Or is it your carbohydrate? So rice, spuds, and spaghetti. Let's see. I hope this is the very nice. Yep. You've got it. You've got it. You've got it. You've got it. Absolutely. It looks like you all know your nutrition. Carbohydrates. You've got it. Now, tell me. Yep. Okay. Brilliant. So tell me now about, so we're going to think about what these are first of all. So that's our carbohydrates. Next up, we have got, we've got a glass of milk. So Mary's P4 in Banbridge say carbohydrates. I love it. We've got a glass of milk, and we've got some tuna, and we've got some cheese, and we've got a can of chickpeas. Now this might be a little bit trickier. So let's see. So we've already had carbohydrates. So this is either going to be protein or fat. You tell me. What do you think? You're too quick. You're on it this morning. You must have had your brain food for breakfast. Fantastic. Brilliant. Brilliant, Ebrington. You got it. Yeah. Love it. Enniskillen Integrated P Year 3, say protein. Absolutely. You've got it. Okay. Well done. Everybody got the right answer there. Then the next section is, let me find, where's my, some butter and some olive oil. But we could also put into this section, actually, we could put in some seeds. We could put in some nuts. So what's left? What's left? Ebrington, you definitely have had your brain food. You're very fast this morning. Good. Brownlee Primary School. Harper's Hill Primary School have got it too. Yeah. Churchtown. St Mary's and Banbridge. Gale School. Moat Primary School. Oh, there's some fast typing going on there from the teachers. Brilliant. You all said fats. And we need all of these nutrients in our diet to help make us healthy. Now, we're going to get a little bit trickier now, and I'm going to ask you, so I want you to imagine that you are outside at break time, and you are hanging out with your friends. You're maybe doing maybe some, I don't know, you're doing some exercise, you're maybe just hanging around having a chat, but you need these things for certain functions in your body. So does anybody know what we use carbohydrate for? So Do we need carbohydrate for our muscles? Do we need carbohydrate for our energy? Or do we need carbohydrate for our brain? So muscles, energy, or brain? Yes. Great for energy and staying active. Churchtown, energy. Ebrington, energy. Banbridge, say energy. Gaelskill, energy. Energy, Enniskillen, and integrated. Absolutely. Good teams. Okay. So imagine then what so if you think about running around, Harper's Hill are on it too. If you think about you're running around, you're jumping, you're skipping, you are wheeling, whatever it is that you do to keep active, keep fit, that is what you need your carbohydrate for. You also need it to keep your energy going. So you need it for your energy, for your brain, to help with your concentration, to help with your memory, help with your focus as well. But absolutely, we need our carbohydrate for energy. Now, next up, thinking about all of us out in the playground and break time. Protein. Do we need that? What do we need that for then? Remember I asked you about, do we need it for our energy or our muscles or our brains? What do we need our protein for? Yes. Yep. Ebrington, Gaelskill, Harper's Hill. Sorry if I'm missing any of you because you're coming in so quickly. Banbridge, rebuilding muscles. Love it. Churchtown, St. Aidan's Primary School have got it. Good. Brownlee Primary School. I can see sparks flying off your laptops or off your keyboards. Teachers, you're typing very quickly. Johnny, I love the emojis. Absolutely. We need protein for our muscles. So to allow you to hop, skip, jump, be active, even just the things that we did, that wee bit of stretching, we need it to make our muscles really strong. And if our muscles are strong, our bones are going to be strong and our skeleton is going to be strong as well. So we're going to come back to that in a second. What about fat then? Why do we need healthy fat in our diet? Any ideas? So remember, we talked about energy, we talked about muscles, and we talked about our brain. Why do we need our good fats? Yes, love it. Love it. Let me get some of these schools that are coming up. Churchtown, say brain, Harper's Hill, and Brownlee and St. Aidan's, say in our brain. Yep, you've all got it. Okay, so to help us to focus, oh yes, look, Ebrington are getting themselves some bonus points here. Ebrington, say brain and keeps us warm. Even better, yes. Johnny Hall, I wonder what school you're from, Johnny, because I'm loving these emojis from your school. Banbridge, say brain. There's lots, like Ebrington said, there's lots of different functions from each of these nutrients. So we need a really nice combination of them. And when it comes to healthy eating, we need as much variety, as many different foods in our diet as we can possibly squeeze onto our plate. So can you think, I'm going to just see what each of you come up with this. I want you to give me one other source, one other food that would give you carbohydrate, apart from rice, spaghetti, and a spud. What else might give you carbohydrate for energy? Oh, yes. Yep. Bread, biscuits, pasta, cereal. Banbridge, say bread, say Harper's Hill. Very good. Anything with sugar, natural or refined? Yep. Gaelskill, say, I can't see what you said, it's all going too quickly. Couscous. Good. So that's your energy. That's going to keep you going. Brownlee, say pancakes. Very nice. That's a nice Friday treat. What about another source of protein then? Something else that gives you that protein for your muscles. Can you think of another food that would give us protein? Ebrington, say fish. Good. Harper's Hill, chicken. Good job. Eggs, Moat Primary School. Kidney beans. Yep. Protein shake, beans or stocks. lentils, Churchtown eggs, Gale School meat, St. Aidan's eggs. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, and the last one, a healthy fat. Can you think, Banbridge say chicken and eggs, which came first? I wonder, what about a healthy fat then? Can you think of any other food that might give us a healthy fat? Now, I'm going to give you a clue. That other food, yes, Danielle says eggs and olive oil. That other food can be in here somewhere. And avocados, say Gale School, fish and nuts, says Carol. Yeah, love it. I don't know if you can see that. Milk, cashew nuts, Harper's Hill. I missed who that last school was. Good. So it's about variety. St. Aidan's say nuts. It's about variety. The more different types of food you have in your diet, the more energized, the stronger, and the better your brain is going to work. Oh, very nice. Olives are coming in there too. Right, I'm going to put these bits away because I want you now to think about, see, let me just move these over a bit. So we're going to think about, oops, how these foods all fit into our diet. So let's come back into this. Oh, is that working? No. So give me a food that you reckon we could eat as much as we wanted to in our diet. What food? And it doesn't have to be one of those that we've already looked at. It might be something else. What have you got for me? Food that you could eat as much as you want. You might be able to see what's in behind me, what's in the picture. Yes, sorry, I was missing those answers coming in because it wasn't popped up. Let me see what you've got. You're going too quickly. Harper's Hill, fruit and veg. Churchtown, vegetables. Gale School, fruit. Everington, fruit and veg. Banbridge, say fruit and veg. Fruit says Una. St. Aidan's, say fruit and veg. Fruit says Moot Primary School. Healthy fruit and veg, say Brownlee Primary School. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Now, next question. Oh, and then more emojis coming in. What foods should we eat every day? So remember, we just had things that we should eat as much as you want of. What about foods that we need to get in our diet every day? Remember the kind of things that we just looked at there. So what are they going to be? Oh, let me see, I opened the wrong thing here. Yes, Churchtown, fruit and veg. What else might we have every day? So think about your protein, think about your fats, think about your carbohydrates. What foods could we have every day? Oops. Yes, very nice. Oh, yes. Right. So we've got Harper's Hill saying milk and water. Brilliant, Harper's Hill. Oh, hang on. I'm losing my chat box. Where are we? What have you got? Balance of each group, say Everington. Yes. An apple a day keeps the doctor away by Bob. Bread and milk, say Primary School. Banbridge say a little bit of everything. I love that. Gale School say eggs, water, carbs. Brilliant. And I think that's a really nice way to think about it. It is a little bit of everything. It's about making sure that that you're not just eating one type of food. Like St. Aidan's are saying here, a balanced diet is a healthy diet. So absolutely, you've got. Now, there is no such thing as bad food. There's no such thing as a food that you should totally avoid. And I'm going to give you an example. My mum, and you might argue with this because you might think your mum is the best, but my mum is the best chocolate cake baker in the land. right? And I love chocolate cake. And I think chocolate cake is a healthy part of a balanced diet, as long as you've got all those other foods in your diet as well. So if I'm at my mum's house and there's some chocolate cake on the go, I'm going to have it. Thank you very much. So can you think of any other food, apart from chocolate cake, that we could eat sometimes in our diet? Not every day, maybe, but foods that we could eat sometimes. So maybe less often than our fruit and veg. What do you think? Any ideas? See if I can get the right one open this time. Sweets and chocolate, say Churchtown, Ebrington, processed food and sweet foods. Biscuits, says Una. Sweets, chocolate, popcorn and fizzy drinks, say Moat Primary School. St Aidan's Primary School, fast food and sweets. Banbridge, say chocolate, sweets and chips. They're all foods that are really tasty, but it's about keeping the balance, isn't it? P6 Harper's Hill, ice cream, biscuits, chocolate. Good, you've got it. Gale School, donuts, sweets, chocolate, chicken nuggets. I wonder if that's a list of the things that you really like. I wonder. Ice cream, pudding, chocolate, milkshake, say Brownlee. Yep. Most definitely. Good. Good. So it's things perhaps that are a little bit higher in sugar, like our burgers and our hot dogs there, Johnny, loving the emojis. Or it's maybe things that we think about as a treat. So having these things occasionally, you know, maybe a weekend treat or something like that, it's absolutely fine. But it's getting all those nourishing, healthy foods in to balance it out. Now, next thing to get you thinking, I'm going to keep an eye on this time because we have to do our demo as well, which we will do in a second. I'm going to show you some pictures of a food, and these foods are not, it's not that they're unhealthy or bad. But the first thing I want you to think about is I'm going to tell you what food group it belongs to. And then I want you as a class to think about how you would make it a little bit healthier. And then I'm going to show you my idea. So the first one is toast. Toast. Lots of us probably had toast for breakfast. So it's really nice carbohydrate. It gives you energy. It's going to keep you going right up to break time when you need perhaps another little snack. But what might we have with our toast to bring in one of those other food groups, maybe, that we talked about, or to make our toast just a little bit healthier? What would you add to your toast? Let me see what you're coming up with. Oh, yummy. Ebrington, avocado, Wendy, banana, Harper's Hill, banana on toast, my favorite. Bananas, it says Churchtown. Yummy. Banana on toast is a great breakfast. And then you've got one of your 5 a day. Eggs, says Moat Primary School. Banbridge say banana and avocado. St Aidan's are saying banana on toast. Gale School, cheese, peanut butter, bananas and beans. Hopefully not all together, Gale School. Be a bit of a strange combination, but totally, all of those are really, really super duper. Hummus, says Johnny. Very nice. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I thought. And you've got it already, actually. Banana on toast is a brilliant breakfast because you are getting one of your 5 a day. I thought a scrambled egg and toast. Anybody like scrambled egg and toast for breakfast? If you were here, I might make you some scrambled egg and toast. Okay, next one. A bowl of cereal. So this is Cocoa Pops. What might we either swap this to or add on to this to make it just a little bit healthier? So you can either do a swap or you can do an add-on. So that's your choice. What are you going to come up with in your class? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Carol says add milk. Brilliant, because then you've got your protein there, don't you? Johnny says put berries on it. Lovely. Moat Primary School are saying Weetabix, porridge, Cheerios. Ebrington says switch it to Weetabix or porridge. Churchtown says almond milk. Love it. Anyone else coming in with any great ideas? Banana, swap it for Weetabix and add honey. Yummy. You're making me hungry now, Banbridge. Harper's Hill, Weetabix, muesli, porridge or fruit. Yum, yum, yum. St Aidan's Primary School, Weetabix and porridge. Yummy. And porridge is really nice because you can put so many different things on it. Actually, do you know what's really nice as well, and some of you might like it, is your Weetabix with banana on top is really yummy. Gail Schools say honey or oat milk. Love it. Okay, so let me show you what I thought we could do. So either we could swap it to what you said, what you told me, swap it to Weetabix, or we could swap it to like your Shreddies or your Cheerios and some banana. So totally, you've absolutely got it. Okay. Next one then, your ham sandwich. So think about, imagine this is your lunch. What could you add into that? What could you have with it? Maybe in a bowl. Or what could you swap in that white bread ham sandwich to make it just a wee bit healthier? What do you think? Brown bread, Carol? Yes. What else? Oh, yes, right. You're coming in. You're too quick for me. Hang on. Lettuce and tomatoes, says Johnny. Una says salad leaves and tomato. Ebrington say add cucumber, lettuce, tomato, switch to wholemeal or 50-50 bread. That's a great idea. Lettuce says Emma Skillen integrated. I was going to call you cucumber integrated. Banbridge say cucumber. We could swap to brown bread, and we could also add cheese. Yep. So then you're getting. Remember, we were talking about your protein, so the cheese would be really great in there. Lettuce, cheese, tomato, says in Moat Primary School as well. You could team up with Banbridge and make us some lovely sandwiches there in Moat Primary School. Churchtown, add lettuce and tomato and change to brown bread. St Aidan's, add salad and brown bread. Harper's Hill Primary School, cheese, wheaten bread, tuna, lettuce, eggs. Gale School Granary, salad, cheese, don't cut the crust. Lettuce, onion, tomato, yum, yum, yum. Okay. Brilliant. I'm going to show you my idea then. Though I love those, and they're probably better than my ideas, but let me just show you. So I thought that is meant to be 50-50 bread. So it's still your ham sandwich, but it's meant to be 50-50 your wholemeal that you said, healthier. But you could also have a bowl of soup with it. And then if you had your soup, remember that's going to count as part of your 5 a day. So tomato soup apparently is everybody's favorite soup. You might be going, no, not for me, but whatever your favorite soup is, if you have your soup with your sandwich, then you're getting your 5 a day. Okay, so next question for you. I think what we'll do instead of 5 healthy snacks, because you're all so quick, all I want you to think about is, can you, in your class, come up with one healthy snack that you could have at break time, or maybe that you already have at break time? So let's see what you would come up with that. So something that's going to give you energy, so it's got your carbohydrate in it. It's going to keep you strong, so maybe it's got some protein in there as well, and maybe it's got one of your 5 a day. So some carbohydrate, maybe some protein if you can get it in, and maybe one of your 5 a day. A break time snack. Lovely. Churchtown say strawberries. Very nice. Ebrington are saying carrot sticks, celery sticks, fruit, hummus and cheese. Carrot sticks and hummus, says Moat Primary School. Crackers and cheese, says Carol. Gale School. Gale School are on the emojis now too. Watermelon, pineapple and carrots. Kilcooley, watermelon, pineapple. Banbridge, apples, strawberries and peppers. St Aidan's Primary School, bowl of fruit, yogurt, carrot sticks. Yum. Absolutely. Okay, so things that you need to be thinking about, things that you can put into your lunchbox, and these are maybe things that you already have at school. Harper's Hill P6 are saying celery, cucumber, peppers, apple and carrots. Good job. So think about the rainbow of colours that you are having in that. And I know that lots of you have really mentioned about the different, you're thinking not just about fruit, but you're thinking about vegetables as well. And actually some of those vegetables you might be growing as part of your Eco Schools garden too. Now, we've already thought about healthy breakfast choices. So what I'm going to do is bring you back into my kitchen, and I am going to make you a healthy breakfast. And I'm also going to show you how to make a healthy snack out of what you're growing in your orchard. So come back into the kitchen with me and I'll keep that up. Right, so we're going to start off. Let me see what we'll start off with. Do you remember you told me that, some of you told me that maybe instead of just a bowl of cereal, you could add milk to it to make it healthier. And then some of you said that you could have Weetabix, and some of you said that you could have porridge for breakfast. So I'm going to show you how you can use some apples from your fruit bowl or from your orchard in your yummy autumnal seasonal porridge. And you can have this either hot or cold. So I'm going to give you two versions. Move all these bits over. So hopefully you can all see me okay. And you can see what I'm up to. Right. So we're going to make something called overnight oats. I wonder if any of you have ever had or ever made overnight oats before. It's a bit like, it's a very, very good breakfast because you can put in one of your 5 a day. You can get your protein and your carbohydrate, and you can also get some good fats in there too. So we're going to make this seasonal. We're going to think about the things that are in season in autumn, and we're going to pile them into our overnight oats. And I've got the recipe for you as well. So what you will need is a jar or a container or even just a bowl. So it doesn't really matter what you make it in. If you do it in a bowl, you need to make sure that you can cover the bowl, so you could set a plate on top of it, or you could put some tin foil on top of it. But we're going to do it. We're going to do two different versions. We're going to do one in a little plastic pot and one in a glass pot. So we need to start off with a carbohydrate, because remember, the carbohydrate is it's not giving you muscles. What did you tell me the carbohydrate does again? Oh yeah, energy. So it's going to keep you energized. So I'm going to use some porridge for my overnight oats. So just a handful, and pop that into your jar. It's quite good if your hands will be smaller than mine. So actually, it's quite good if you can get your whole hand inside the jar, and then it doesn't fly all over the kitchen like that. Okay. So in goes our carbohydrates. So in goes our porridge. Next ingredient then, I want to add some, let me think about this. I want to add some protein. So the protein that I'm going to add is also going to give us some healthy fats. Now, if you have, I know that somebody, I think it was maybe, I can't remember what's called, you told me about peanut butter. If any of you've got a nut allergy, be really careful about using nuts, or don't use nuts in your overnight oats. You can do this. You can make your own version of this. So I am going to add some sunflower and pumpkin seeds. This is optional. You don't have to have these. Just a little spoonful of these, or half a handful. So 1 handful of oats, half a handful of seeds. And then we need to go out into your orchard and we need to find ourselves some apples. If your orchard, if you're not doing this at school, but you've got some fruit in the fruit bowl, you can use any fruit at all that you like, but I'm going to use an apple just because I've heard about these beautiful orchards that you're growing. So I'm going to cut my apple in half and then in half again. If you are doing this at home, then make sure that you get an adult to help you at home or school. Make sure you've got somebody that will help you with the cutting. But most of the other bits you can do yourself. And then you need to find a grater. I thought I'd lost mine for a minute. So you need to find a grater. And I'm going to put half an apple in each pot. So half an apple is going to be 2 of these quarters. So just grate your apple. So this is going to be part of your 5 a day. Give you some of your rainbow. Just grate it all. It depends how big your apples are. So if you've got a great big, huge apple, size of your head, it might be a bit much to grate all of that into your overnight oats. But if you've got a little small apple, you might want to have some more. Can you think about anything else that you might like to add into this at breakfast time? So it might be an apple. What other fruit could you use in this recipe? Let me know. What do you think in the chat box? While you're doing that, I'm going to put my, oh, yummy, Ebrington say banana. Love it. So I'm going to divide the apple between the two. Oh, yes, Banbridge. We'll be coming to your school for breakfast with your blueberries and bananas from Ebrington. So Aiden's banana, Churchtown, different berries. Cinnamon, says Johnny. Ebrington strawberries. I have to keep an eye and see what you're coming in quickly. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So I think, Johnny, I'm going to use some of your ideas here. So we're going to use a little bit of cinnamon in our breakfast too. Gael School, berries and raisins and banana. Ooh. Carol says grapes. Oh, Gael School. We'll use some of your raisins in there too then, shall we? Put a little dot of raisins into that. Kilcooly, yummy. Yes. Right, I'm going to develop some new recipes with all these ideas. Maple syrup, very nice. In goes some raisins. That's not the right lid for that. There is no lid for that. And we're going to add a little bit of cinnamon. So about half a teaspoonful, I reckon, of cinnamon. Cinnamon and apples work really beautifully together. Then all you need to do is mix this up, mix it about. If you're doing this as porridge, you can just put everything into the pot together and put your milk in it, or if you want to do it in the microwave, that's perfect too. Mix it all up together like that. Here we go. Peanut butter or Nutella. If you want to make your porridge up, you can also add your apple or your berries the next day as well. So all we need to do with this, because we're doing this as overnight oats, all we need is put some milk onto this. So just enough that's going to cover up your oats like that. And then just make sure that everything is covered. So it'll be really nicely soaked. And then pop a lid on your containers and put it into the fridge so that whenever you wake up, if you did that this afternoon or this evening before you went to bed and you popped it into the fridge, the next morning you could eat that either cold like that or put it in your bowl, stick it in the microwave, reheat it, and that would be a really lovely breakfast that's going to make you feel nice and full. So you could add the next morning, you can add your little bit of maple syrup or a little bit of honey. You could put, I've got some blueberries here, you could put blueberries onto it, whatever you want. It's your recipe, so you make it to what you like. So that's recipe number one. The second recipe then that I'm going to show you is, again, using the apples from your orchard. And all we need are some raisins and some cinnamon. So remember, these are two ingredients that we used with our overnight oats as well. And again, you might need to get an adult to help you. If you've got one of these in your kitchen, I'm going to show you two ways of doing this actually. So if you've got one of these, this is just an apple corer. This is a really simple way to do this. So you set the apple on your board like this, and you press, you get a little stalk bit of your apple, and you put the circle over the stalk and you push it down and you spin it around, and then you end up, can you see that? There's the core of my apple. So that's one way to do it. If you don't have one of these, then get an adult to help you with this bit. But what the adult can do for you is just cut a square around the doofer, around the stalk, and it's not quite as easy, but that should. You might need to do it in the bottom as well. So do it on the top and the bottom. Let's hope this works now. And your apple might split in two. That's not meant to happen. So, but you can see here, look, there's the one. You see that? You can see right through that. You can see that's the one that I did with the apple corer, and that's the one that I cut. So one is round, like round. One is round and one is square, and that one's fallen to bits in two, but it doesn't matter. So what we need to do then is get ourselves something that we can put into the oven. So I'm going to do these two together. So we can just let this prop itself up here. And we're going to use our cinnamon and our raisins together. So we need a little bowl, and we'll only need about a teaspoon of raisins per apple. Let's see, about a teaspoon. That wasn't quite a teaspoon, that first one. And we need about half a teaspoonful of cinnamon per apple. Might need a few more raisins. We'll just mix another couple in with that. Do it. So mix them together so that your raisins are really nicely coated with the cinnamon. Hang on a minute. Let me change my camera and then you can see things closer up. Where's my? Why is this not letting me do it? Don't know. Mouse isn't working. Right. So if you can see that, then I can't get it closer. You see the way the raisins are nicely mixed in with the cinnamon? Oh, here we go. No, it's not happy. Right. There. So there's your cinnamon and your raisin. There's your 2 apples. Okay. So let's get our teaspoon. And all you got to do is get your raisins down the middle of that hole that you either punched with the apple corer or that you cut with somebody cut for you, maybe with the knife. So get the raisins right down into the bottom. As you can see, this one is falling apart a little bit, but that's okay. And if you can you can push your fingers right down into that. And then if you've got any of that yummy cinnamony bit left over, just give it a shake over like that. And then you put these into the oven, and this is going to make you some baked apples. So let me show you what it's going to end up looking like. Totally different, actually. So when you put it in the oven, it comes out looking all squishy and yummy like this. And then if you get so I made this for you this morning. If you get your spoon like that, you can see all those beautiful raisins. You see that? Oops, can you see that? And then you can eat that. So make sure it's not too hot, but you could have that with maybe some yogurt would be really nice, or a little bit of ice cream would be really yummy. And that's a lovely way to have your baked apples, to use those gorgeous apples that you're growing in your orchard. So you can either do overnight oats, or you could do your baked apples. So I wonder what you were thinking about that. I wonder if anybody has ever had baked apples before, or if it's something that you have never tried. But they're really lovely at this time of the year. It's another way to get your 5 a day in. So you might want to try that over the weekend at home with your family at home. So I have got one very last question for you just before we go. So let me get this screen up and ask you this question. My question for you is, what will you do to be healthy today? So what are you going to do as a class to be healthy today? Let's see. Oh, lovely. Jones Memorial are going to do the Daily Mile. Ebrington are going to eat a healthy break. Enniskillen Integrated are going to do some mindfulness. Exercise and eat our healthy snacks. Churchtown, exercise and have a balanced food diet. Lovely. Eat a healthy break. Yale School walk, ride a bike, run, jog, healthy break, healthy choices. Love it. P6, Harper's Hill, Daily Mile, healthy break. Banbridge, try and eat our quota of 5 pieces of fruit or veg and run around. Kilcooly, fruit for snack, followed by meditation. Lovely. Very good. So the little things that we do every day, All right. The little things that we do every day to help to feed our bodies and fuel our brains are really important. So in your schools, you're doing so many things to help keep you healthy. So I have loved having you in my kitchen this morning. It's been great fun. If anybody wants to come and do the washing up, I'd love you to come over. But I suppose I'm going to have to do it on my own, aren't I? So thanks so much to all the pupils of every single school that joined us this morning. And I hope that you will make your baked apples or try your overnight oats. Keep on growing and keep eating your healthy food. It's been lovely having you here. So Aoife, back to you.
Thank you so much, Jane. That was amazing. You know what? Hands up, I've never had a baked apple in my life. So I'm so excited to get one. I have some apples downstairs, but I do love overnight oats. I wish someone had introduced them to me when I was a kid. They're like my favorite breakfast. Perfect for the summer when it's too warm to eat oats. So I would just like to thank Jane again for that amazing session. It was like a live, like television cooking show. I felt so engaged. So thank you so much for talking us through that. And getting us thinking about that this morning. Thank you so much to our partner Danske Bank for affording us this opportunity to have such a wonderful guest speaker such as Jane come and talk to us today. And lastly, I just want to thank each and every one of you that came along today to enjoy this. So Gora Mila Mayogov, Nagil Skulna, Gora Mayogov Alega Kharja. Thank you so much everyone for coming. And I hope you have a really nice, healthy day. I'm so good to see schools mentioning meditation and mindfulness as well. Such an important part of our health, isn't it, Jane? Like not only your body and running around keeping active, but exercising your mind.
Yeah,
so you're all very wise beyond your years. So thank you so much again, guys. And if you want to rewatch any of this, get Jane's brilliant recipes. The video will be up on our YouTube.
Lovely. Thanks again.
Right.
I'm just saying there, Kilcooley Primary School are going to make some overnight oats next week for their snack.
Yes, rock on.
Okay, thanks so much, Aoife. Have a great day, everybody.
You too. Thanks so much now, guys.
Bye.